Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your new solar year reading. And happy birthday to all the Sagittarius out there. I do hope that every one of your birthdays are magical and your new solar year is filled with abundance, happiness, and joy. And for the sake of this reading, we are going to look at different themes and energies that are playing out for you during your new solar year. We're going to do a birthday blessing for you as well. So we're going to pull cards, and we're going to also talk a little bit about the astrology for Sagittarius. And if you are interested in getting your own personal new solar year reading with me, link will be listed below. And much of the way this reading flows would be how a personal new solar year reading would flow. So, Sagittarius, I have written Sagittarius on here, new solar year blessings, and it is my intention that every Sagittarius who watches this receive this blessing. Okay, and I've added the carnelian heart for love and happiness, the green calcite for good health and healing, the amethyst for strong intuition, 4 golden coins for money and abundance, a piece of jade for good luck, good fortune, and prosperity, and Lemurian quartz for strong clarity all through your new solar year. And these crystals and their energies pair up with the intention that's inscribed on this candle for you. Now, I want you to look at this candle and make a wish, Sagittarius. I'll quiet down for about 10 seconds. If you need longer than that, just pause the video, but look at this candle and make a wish and visualize whatever that wish is emerging from the candle. So go ahead and make your birthday wish now. And I'd like to add to Sagittarius's birthday wish, and may their new solar year be filled with stability, happiness, abundance, love, success, and joy. And so it is, and so it shall be. And Sagittarius, we're just going to let this candle completely burn itself out so that your birthday wishes and my intention for each and every one of you is fully received by the universe. All right, so when it comes to Mercury, Venus, and Mars, you guys are really dealing with that the first, well, kind of from the middle point of Sagittarius season, because there's going to be 14 days where both Venus and Mars are both in Sagittarius, and that's empowering you, your divine feminine energy, and empowering you with your divine masculine energy. It's also about things coming into balance. And then there's going to be 4 days of those 2 weeks that Venus and Mars are both in Sagittarius where Mercury is joining them. So 4 days where you've got all 3 of those energies plus the sun activating you and energizing you. All right, so we'll go more into that when we get into the astrology portion, but just know that you're going to be very empowered with Venus, Mars, and Mercury. And it's common for them to kind of, 2 of them be in the same sign or they're by each other. But the fact that you've got Venus, Mars, and Mercury all together for 4 whole days in your sign, it's rare, Sagittarius. Draw upon that energy and utilize it to your highest good. It's a time for creativity. It's a time for taking action. It's a time for making changes. It's a time for manifestation. It's a time to set new intentions. So we're going to pull a card to look at your overall arcing spiritual energy for your new solar year ahead, and that entails this birthday in 2025 to your next birthday in 2026. All right, so this coming through, this is about healing, this is about transformation, this is about release. And also, 285 hertz is a powerful frequency for Sagittarius during your new solar year. Listening to this frequency is going to bring healing, just mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It can even help facilitate some physical healing. Okay, listening to the 285 hertz pure tone is really going to balance out your energy field. And if you've ever thought about doing yoga, this is a great time to start. Or if you already do yoga, this is saying go in deeper and harder during your new solar year, because yoga could definitely bring you some energy release when you need it, when you're just going through certain things throughout your new solar year. All right, so let's go to the book and get a little bit more insight. It says, changes in your life, including closing doors or missed opportunities, are not going to derail your fulfillment. Realignments are happening based on divine wisdom and timing. You are being diverted from unnecessary obstacles and suffering. Trust in how your life path is unfolding. Stay true to your authentic healing journey because it is working, whether you realize it or not. Significant inner healing is taking place. So, this new solar year, on a spiritual level, Sagittarius, you are healing. Okay, when this card makes her presence felt in a reading, it is a sign that we are on a powerful healing journey to connect body, mind, and soul with the truth of our spiritual nature. We are working at an inner level to let go of past pains and open up to our empowerment, grace, dignity, and legitimacy in the present moment. This oracle indicates there is a spiritual approach to heal any and all struggles in our lives. Okay, so through this new solar year, where you have felt anger and frustration and even like feelings of revenge, even if you would never act upon it, okay? It's like when people have hurt you or betrayed you, you've thought about, them getting their karma back, okay? All of that, any lower vibrational emotion that you have, it's really softening, and you're coming more into this state of grace for others. And it's not that you're excusing anybody of their bad behavior or that you're wanting to bring them back into your reality, but your energy is just softening and you're letting it go. It doesn't matter so much anymore to you. Even if you were like, I will never forgive this person, you're coming out of that. And it's not saying you're going to run out and forgive them, okay? But that angst, that tension, that wound up energy around different betrayals, heartaches, setbacks, challenges you've had directly with other people or just with your life experience in general, you're softening about that. And you're seeing it from a different perspective, Sagittarius. And it's not hurting you and haunting you. You're actually feeling empowered. You're feeling grown, and you're moving on and moving forward. The tone of 285 hertz supports the treatment of wounds, cuts, burns, and any other damaged tissue. It is the tone of optimal health. Just like the yogini who has access to the original vitality of our spirit and seeks to infuse that well-being into the body, mind, and soul, this tone is healing, correcting that which has fallen out of alignment, bringing it back to center. As the frequency of the cosmic blueprint, it helps heal our physical body and aligns us on our soul's journey, synchronizing our inner and outer lives. If you have felt conflict between your inner aspirations and your outer reality, the oracle indicates the time for healing change has come. The soul blueprint is the original spiritual plan for our development. It is the innate guiding wisdom within each being that knows what it's meant to be. An example is the intelligence within the caterpillar that knows how to move with patience and process, transforming into the butterfly. The original and purposeful wisdom of our true nature is life-changing. It can dissolve inherited pains and psychological struggles and allows projections from others which may be influencing us to cease to have an effect. Under the influence of 285 Hertz frequency, we embrace who we really are. If you feel disorientated or conflicted about a choice, trust that this chaos is a consequence of a cosmic realignment in your life. Move through it with trust in your heart, patience, and willingness to keep the faith, knowing that you will eventually find your way. The adjustments taking place within you will affect your outer world, just like the tumultuous alchemical journey of the caterpillar transforming into the butterfly. Your inner transformation shall shape you and your world into the beautiful, inspired, and authentic form it is meant to be. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius. Yes, energy is softening. Okay. And also the reference of the caterpillar transforming into the butterfly. That is where literally, like, you are going to have this major overhaul and transformation about many different aspects of who you are, or it's pertaining to one very specific area of life. And this is powerful for you. And that's probably also why your energy is softening, because things are starting to move, things are starting to change. You're not feeling quite so stuck. And this new solar year is intended to bring you a lot of healing and allow you to finally make your mind up about certain things, as well as release the past and not allow it to affect you or feel like this heavy weight on you. That card is just about connecting to the quietness, the stillness of your soul, and it's your guiding light, and you're just no longer feeling lost, alone, afraid. All right, Grand Cross, the Provoker. Different stuff that has really affected you, gotten under your skin, made you mad, made you frustrated, as we've already discussed. You're overcoming all of that, Sagittarius. You've gained everything you were meant to receive and learn from those people, those situations, those challenges and experiences. Okay, and there was an aspect where certain things were meant to really provoke you, really irritate you, really trigger you, because it's through that process that is like the cascade of the caterpillar transforming into the butterfly, where it's like your spirit just knows it's time for this. Okay, it's time to let this go. And it's not even like you're trying. It's just something that very naturally happens. And so different things that were really triggering you or frustrating you, it's just not the case anymore. And Aquarius with I know. All right, so we're going to be having the North Node move in to Aquarius at the end of July 2026, and it's going to be there until March of 2028. And for you personally, look at your natal chart and see which area of your life is ruled by Aquarius. There's 12 different houses of the zodiac. There's 12 zodiac signs. Even if you don't have placement in the house of Aquarius, Aquarius does rule one of your houses. And this house is going to be activated for expansion, higher purpose, okay? And you're going to come into deeper realizations. So look at your personal natal chart and see which house is ruled by Aquarius, okay? And if I was doing this for your own personal new solar year, I would have all your astrology and we would know exactly where that would apply to, okay? But since I can't look at each one of your charts through this reading, this general reading, look and see which house is ruled by Aquarius, because that's where you're going to have some pretty profound awakenings and epiphanies taking place. And air element with communicating, okay? So this is also going to be a good year for when it comes to you expressing yourself, articulating yourself, saying what you've got to say. If in the past you've really been holding back, in your thoughts, your emotions, your opinions. You're not going to be quite so disciplined in that. It's more like you're finally not worried about other people's feelings. If somebody's been really just grating on you emotionally, mentally, and you've just been keeping the peace because that's just who you are, I really do feel through this new solar year, you're far more assertive, especially with your own personal boundaries. And if somebody is just on your last nerve, I think you're just going to tell them and you're going to point out their behavior, where in the past it may be that you just kind of put up with it or don't say anything or quietly distance yourself rather than wanting to hurt somebody's feelings or rock the boat. And through this new solar year, you're just very empowered because of what you've gone through, and you're not really putting up with anybody's crap, Sagittarius, okay? You're really putting your foot down. You're asserting yourself and your boundaries, and you're saying what you mean, and you mean what you say, and things that were triggering you are no longer an issue. And if somebody knows how to push your buttons and get under your skin, they're soon not going to, like, what they do is not going to have the same impact on you. Therefore, they're not going to get the same effect or reaction out of you. And it might freak them out a little bit. Like, why isn't Sagittarius reacting? And, you know, this could be family member, this could be coworker, this could be romantic partner. But you're not taking the bait on anything. You're not interested. You're feeling at peace inside yourself. You're no longer pushing against the current. Man, Sagittarius, you're really in a place of surrender and acceptance, and it just all very naturally happens. And life begins to feel very sweet, very peaceful, and you're no longer holding back. You're speaking your truth, and you're starting to see things from a different perspective, which helps accelerate the healing process that you're moving through. This is also a good year to really connect to your soul. All right, so talking about the astrology a little bit, Mercury is currently retrograde in Sagittarius as I am recording this, okay? But Mercury is going to retrograde back into Scorpio, okay? So once retrograde's all finished up, Mercury is going to move back into Sagittarius on December 11th, 2025, and will remain there until January 1st of 2026. And so that's when Mercury's moving through Sagittarius. That's really activating you mentally and helping you also communicate your thoughts and your emotions. All right, so you may find, you know, during those dates, December 11th through January 1st, that you're just kind of putting people in their place, telling them exactly how you feel, okay? And this could even be where you're just very deep and philosophical as well, and you're just connecting to people and you're telling them the pain that you feel inside of them. I mean, that could go that way too, where the empathic side of you is just really taking over, and you're speaking these beautiful words of truth and relation to another person, and it's bringing them healing, and they're just like wowed by how deep you go, how empathic you are, how connected you are into others, okay? Venus is moving into Sagittarius November 30th through December 24th, okay? And so from so that's Mercury and Venus are, you know, both now in Sagittarius, right? And then Mars is going to go into Sagittarius November 4th, 2025 to December 15th, 2025. So it's already in Sagittarius, okay? So that gives us that 4-day window, which is the 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th of December, where Venus, Mars, and Mercury, or Venus, Mars, and Mercury are all together in Sagittarius. That's empowering you, okay? And Venus and Mars are together from the 30th of November until the 15th of December. So that's a time of balance for you, and it's a time to take action. And so having Mercury, Venus, and Mars all in Sagittarius That's really activating you guys, okay? Your emotions, your confidence, your empowerment, your intuition, your empath ability, your communication ability, like all of it, you're really being activated. And so during that time frame, you're just, you're gonna feel like it's really good energy. Okay, I don't feel like it's energy overload. I feel like it's really good energy where you're feeling brave, like you could do anything, you're believing in yourself. Words are just flowing through you so easily and effortlessly. You're in tune with your emotions. You know exactly what you're feeling. You understand what other people are experiencing and feeling. Okay, so you're a bit on fire November 30th through December 14th, especially December 11th through 14th. Okay, it goes up a couple notches as Mercury joins Venus and Mars. So you're going to be very empowered, Sagittarius. And then you have another, before, well, there's going to be another Mercury return happening before some of you celebrate your birthday next year in 2026, and that's going to be December 6th, 2026. Mercury moves back into Sagittarius and then will remain there until December 25th, 2026. So again, when you're going through that, you're going to be expressing yourself better, articulating yourself much better. You've got the Sag new moon on December 19th, 2025. That's a time to really set your intention for the new year ahead. Everything you want to make happen for yourself, but not just sit there and think about it for a moment. Do something bigger, like a vision board or a candle blessing and ritual, or making a list, visualizing, just whatever it is that you do. Setting your intentions of what you want to manifest and have an experience under the Sag new moon is going to be very powerful, and it may even manifest for you by May 31st, 2026, when we're having the Sag full moon. Okay, because full moons are all about manifestation and receiving. So you're getting over stuff, Sagittarius. And you're speaking your mind. So let's see what else, what other things are happening for Sagittarius through this new solar year. And I'm telling you stuff that would just trigger you before you don't even care about now. You're just like, yeah, whatever. Or, you know, at some point through your new solar year, you don't care anymore. Yeah, because look at that. Mountaintop, spiritual enlightenment. That's a big thing that's happening for you. River, love, build a bridge. See, you're getting over stuff. You don't want to fight anymore. Man, it's kind of repeating the same message. Birds with new direction. All right, so you're going to be changing your mind because you're realizing things that you've outgrown with fossils and Rainbow Mountain details. You're seeing things from new perspective, therefore you're seeing different details about the past that you may have missed or overlooked or didn't even consider and think about. Okay, you're just seeing things so differently as you move beyond it, because here with you've outgrown this, Sagittarius, this may be for many of you where you are completing a larger soul cycle from, you know, previous solar years. As you begin this new solar year, like you're completing this larger soul cycle, and that's why it's like you're shedding this skin, you're breathing this sigh of relief, you're really letting go of the past and moving in a new direction, and different things that you had your mind just absolutely made up about, now you're kind of seeing things from a new perspective. So your heart and your mind is changing about stuff of the past, or even what it is that you want to experience now in the present or in the near future. So there's a lot of change that's happening to Sagittarius internally. Okay, a lot of change happening for Sagittarius internally. And the spiritual enlightenment, which we see with the overall arcing spiritual energy that you're working with. And I'm getting a sense of you feeling free. And I see that like with the birds flying in the flowing river, like really feeling free, no longer feeling restricted, and like breathing a sigh of relief. Different things you've been struggling with finally coming to an end. All right. Yeah, the past. You're growing from it and you're forgiving and letting go. You're not holding on to any lower vibrational energy. And rainbow with promise kept. So at some point through this new solar year, you're going to feel like the universe kept up its end of the deal, its end of the bargain around something. And also, I do feel that people are going to tend to come through for you more through this new solar year than perhaps maybe they have in the past. Okay, and so with snail totem and slow down, you're not in a rush, you're not in a hurry at all. Your whole energy is just softened and relaxed. And you're enjoying life and you're noticing the details and you're stopping and you're smelling the roses, and there's just such gratitude in your heart. Like you feel so at peace. Yeah, so with this, you've outgrown, you've got the warning sign with that. Something doesn't fit on you anymore, and you know that. And this is just spirit confirming for you, because the longer you try to stay connected to it, the harder and harder it is going to be on you. And so spirit's really confirming, yes, you've outgrown this, Sagittarius. It's okay to let go, to walk away, to move on and move forward. And your new solar year is going to yield a lot of unexpected treasure for you as well. So we're not getting like a strong fix on, you know, relationship status, job changes, money. Some of you may be moving, okay, moving home, or maybe even moving to a different state, okay, with the birds and new direction. Some of you are absolutely moving. You've got mountaintop and then rainbow mountain. You're overcoming previous obstacles. There's going to be some healing and reconciliation between you and another person, whether that's specifically just taking place in your heart or you're actually healing with them in the physical. Certain habits of behavior, patterns of thought, certain relationships or interests. There's just something coming up where you're no longer a match for it, and you see it. And this is just your message. Let it go, Sagittarius. Let it go. And you're feeling better about your past now that you're coming into this enlightenment. And the forgiveness could also be where, you know, you and somebody are really trying to work things out and they just come through for you in the best possible way. Okay? And it just restores everything. And there's unexpected treasure, which means there's a lot of blessings that are going to unfold throughout this new solar year. But what the biggest thing is, what was really bothering you, what was really getting you down, is going to be completely overcome by you through this new solar year. And it's just going to have no impact on you any longer. All right, so nice. Things materializing, increase in money. So this could be job changes, getting a bigger raise or bonus than you expect, starting a new job somewhere else that's paying more. So we do see that there's increases of money for Sagittarius. And yeah, look at that. You're walking away. That goes to the fossils, okay, and past stuff that was really triggering you, really activating you. You're walking away from that because with the Eight of Cups, you've gained all there was to gain through the relationship, through the experience, and now it's time to move on and move forward. So things that just don't serve you anymore or add to your life in any positive or constructive way, you're walking away from all of that. And this is you feeling far more stable and steady within yourself. This is also if you have a business idea this is the year to really start pursuing that with the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. This is the year to really start pursuing that. But overall, just feeling better and more stable financially. Yes, and a lot of your past energy is really going to be coming back to you and returning to you through your new solar year. Okay, and then also you coming into greater awareness of where energies may be out of balance between you and others, where you're giving more and they're not giving so much back. You're going to be pulling your energy back from that. And different things that just could not manifest in the past are going to manifest now for you with Seven of Pentacles. Okay, seeds sown in the past come into fruition now. And we've got the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So there's definitely some magic, some unexpected blessings with the stones and unexpected treasure. Okay, money is looking good. As far as relationship, the only thing I'm getting is you and somebody else are going to heal. Okay, you and somebody else are going to get over whatever has separated you. But as far as like new love or romance, nothing really hit on that. Doesn't mean it's not happening, but it's just there's other things going on, which the main thing is this spiritual healing and release and just major transformation and not feeling down, not feeling bad anymore, not feeling anxious, no longer whatever was getting to you, no longer having the power over you. And remember, the 285 hertz frequency is just going to put you right back in balance. If at any point you feel like you're falling out of balance. All right, so those are the messages for your new solar year. And again, if you would like a personalized new solar year reading, the links will be listed below. I am sending you all so much love and light and wishing you all the best birthdays ever. Take care.